Hi, this is Yvonne for Central Kentucky Talks, and I have some wonderful guests with me this evening. I have Shonda Shekels. How you doing, Shonda?
I'm fine, Shona.
Shona Shekels. And I have Julie Clifford, and I have Rachel Briney. So welcome all of you this evening, and thank you so much for coming out and being willing participants in conversation this evening, because of course on this show we love to chat about just about anything and everything, and maybe solve a few problems for our viewers out there. We're going to start off today with the most important meal of the day is breakfast. You guys eat breakfast?
No.
Love breakfast. It's my favorite meal of the day.
Favorite meal, huh?
Favorite meal of the day.
What is your favorite recipe for breakfast?
Some eggs.
Eggs.
Eggs, maybe some pinto beans. Oh, like that. Some spice in there, right? Hot jalapenos. Cheese. Oh yeah, gotta put some cheese in there.
Yes, indeed.
Roll it up in a tortilla. Call it good.
Oh, good breakfast time. A lot of protein in there.
That's right.
A lot of
That's
protein.
right.
I'd be asleep if I ate that. Back to bed. There'd be no way.
I know. You go to sleep behind that?
Yeah, with all that food?
All those carbs?
Oh, well, Lord.
Yep.
Not that many carbs. Mostly protein.
Mostly protein.
Mostly protein.
Beans and eggs. Protein. Yes, indeed. What about you, Rachel? You eat anything?
Oh, yeah, just coffee and usually a granola bar or something, not anything that big. But then 2 hours later, I'm eating a banana, so whatever works.
Yes.
But, yeah,
Now,
definitely coffee.
are you one of those people who grazes
All day
all
long.
day?
Yeah. I like food.
A grazer. What's your
Yeah.
favorite? Anything you like to graze on in particular?
Mainly fruit. I like my fruit. Definitely.
I like fruit too.
Yeah. if I could
It's
graze on
healthy.
fruit, yeah.
Fruit's
I love
healthy.
it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
How about you, Sean?
I would rather sleep than eat breakfast. So I need to get in the extra 15 minutes. But I mean, I eat. By the looks of things, I eat. So my biggest meal is lunch.
Lunch.
And I like spicy food, so I have a stomach of steel, so I'm good.
Spicy foods. And give us some ideas of some things. If you were going to come over to my house for dinner, what should I prepare for you?
Well, it really depends on the atmosphere that you're going to create for me.
Okay.
But if we're having a fun, casual kind of time, we could have Mexican food. We could have the sausage cheese dip with spicy sausage, of course, and picante sauce, and just anything Mexican that is spicy.
Spicy foods. Okay. Well, so that means does everybody here like spicy?
I love spicy.
I do if I can drink it with a beer.
Yeah. You need something to wash it down, huh?
Yeah, if I had to drink with a Diet Coke or water, it's not happening.
Okay. All right. So tell me this: what do you plan to cook for dinner tonight?
I have absolutely no idea.
No idea.
I think I'd probably need to cook spaghetti because I'm going to get home to 5:30, so my kids will be like,
So that'd be
flying on me.
a quick meal for you
yeah,
tonight.
yeah. We have leftover salad, so I might be throwing that together.
Okay. What about you, Julie?
Wow, I have no plans for dinner. So but I'm cooking for myself, so I don't usually cook too much. I'll do corn chips and salsa. Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites. You know, put a little cheese on the corn chips, melt it.
Now, cheese makes anything taste
I
better.
think so, and you know, you can do it in moderation.
Uh-huh.
It's all right. Yeah, I like some spicy. That's actually my favorite dinner when I'm by myself.
What about you, Sean?
I don't cook.
Okay.
That's my husband's responsibility. He's a retired dining facility person for the military, and so he's always cooked, and he's excellent at it. And we have 2 children. They're grown now, and when they were small, they would come in, and you know, normally most kids say, "Mom, what are we having for dinner?" They always say, "Daddy, what are we having?" They never ask me what are they gonna wear, because I'm the fashion connoisseur in the house. The food thing is not me.
Yeah, that's him. Now, what does he cook the best? What do you like best?
Everything.
Everything.
I guess he makes this Japanese dish called yakisobe. He lived in Asia for a couple of years. And he, it's magnificent.
Okay, now what is in yakisobe?
I can't tell. The only thing I know I see with my own 2 eyes, it is spaghetti noodles. He puts strips of flank steak and hamburger and mixed vegetables. And then after that, the seasonings, he's so quick with his hands, I really can't see what he's putting in, but I tell you what, it's really good.
He's a smart chef. He
Yeah.
doesn't let
Yeah.
you see what he's
Yeah,
putting
he's
in
not
there.
a cook, he is a chef.
He is
most
a
definitely.
chef, yes. Oh, gosh. Well, you know, we did all this talk about cooking and eating. We had breakfast and then we had dinner and lunch and all that. Anybody ever have to go on a diet or decide
What
to
about
go
need to?
Neat. Okay, neat. Well, you know, sometimes it's just to take 5 or 6 pounds off, you know, just in the right places to get ready for that wedding that you're going to go to, or a special event of some type, take off a couple of pounds. Any particular diet you like? Any programs?
Yeah, eat less and exercise more. That's the only diet I know how to do. That's what I do. I like to eat, so you'll see me walking all the time. Walk all the time.
Drink, cut out the Diet Coke. My philosophy is, I'm not going to drink my pounds. I'm going to eat them. I don't like sweets. I like food. And so if I cut out the Diet Cokes and I walk and I drink water, then, you know, it comes off.
Yeah.
It just does.
Yeah.
So that's a quick way to do.
Yeah. Well, you know, different people, you said different strokes for different folks. For different bodies, it comes off differently, you know. Some people have to exercise really brutally and then they'll lose maybe a pound or two. And then others, they can go ahead and cut back on the calories, and that helps. So there's all kinds of diets out there, diets and programs. Have you ever tried any of those that are out there?
I've tried the belly fat diet.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. So last year I worked part-time and stayed with my dad for a while to get him healthy. And working part-time, I just, lady of leisure, ended up just I gained about 10 pounds, I think. And so I went on the belly fat diet, and I was amazed. I was amazed at just, you know, only having 2 grains a day, and doing the whole grain, how much difference it made. Because I love white rice. I love white flour, white bread. I mean, I just love that
Tortillas.
stuff. I do. Well, they have whole grain tortillas.
Tortillas, too.
Yeah, and that's what I eat now. But just cutting the grains back to 2 servings of grain a day really made a difference. So it's kind of neat. This belly fat diet just tells you really what you can eat. So it's not like you can't eat this, you can't eat this. It just tells you what you can eat. So I
guess
like
that's
that.
Yeah, that'd make it a little simpler for you than trying to figure all that stuff out. I know there are so many diets and programs out there, and then there's the health clubs. Anybody go to the health club, try to work out a little bit?
I work out on my own. So,
I know you're a walker.
yeah,
You're a walker.
and yoga on my own. I don't go anywhere.
Yeah, okay.
5 in the morning. Hair mess, glasses on, not going on. I go down there to my yoga. That's it.
Yeah, I'm a yoga person too.
I love it.
But I like to run too. I run a little bit. But it's all out there for us. I guess if you love to eat,
I do.
then you've got to find some way to burn some of that off occasionally, you know, or it'll get away from you really quick. And have you found that the longer you let it sit on you back there, the harder it is to get off?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get right on it.
And the older you get.
Oh, yeah.
It's the older you get. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
you know, that I never had a weight problem until, you know, after 50 and then working part-time. It was like,
Yeah, the
I
old
love being a lady
metabolism
of leisure.
slows down,
Right.
doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Because you know, when you're younger, you eat all that candy and junk and French fries and all that, and never think about it. Now you just about think about every handful of food you put in your mouth. What is this going to do to me?
Yeah, yeah.
But I've never been skinny. I've always been thick. And so, I mean, over time, things change and move and all that. But I've just never been skinny, and I've never been ashamed of my size, and it never ever stopped me from doing anything. I was a cheerleader at Barchtown for 4 years. I mean, I've done any and everything that I've ever wanted to do. And I think a lot of times people, you know, in our society, it's like you need to be at least a woman 5'7" and
Yeah.
pencil thin.
Right.
And it's not
Yeah.
for everybody.
No,
it's
so
not.
if
Right.
you're
Right.
healthy and you can carry it, I say go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's
agree.
what I tell
I
them.
agree.
My classes, when I do a weight loss class, I tell them, I said, you can be the skinniest person in the world and be unhealthy.
Yes, you can.
And you
That
can be the healthiest
cholesterol
person
can be
and be
really
healthy.
Exactly.
So yeah, I said, you can't judge anybody by the way they look. I said,
you
see if they're healthy or not healthy.
Yes, not anymore.
That is so
And
true.
It's about
is
how
true.
you feel about yourself. Also, that's very important because I know that I've come in contact with people that have been bulimic
Oh yeah.
and anorexic, and what I see, they definitely don't see.
Right, yeah.
And
Well,
sometimes-
nobody does when they look in the mirror.
Yeah, and sometimes if a strong wind comes by, they're going to be
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Because they think that they're fat. So
Yeah.
it's mind over matter. It's
Yeah.
really psychological. It
Yeah.
really
I
and truly
agree.
is.
Yep.
I truly believe, though, our society has brought us to that point. I mean, all the models and all the actresses and the people that are in the spotlight are so thin and
Or striving to be thin.
striving to be thin, and it's very impressionable for our children. And
Well, the magazines don't help. 6 weeks later, they lost all their baby weight. I'm going, my kid's 11, I still got it. And then it doesn't say, they say, oh, diet and exercise. Well, like, yeah, well, you have a personal trainer and a cook and a nanny.
Yeah.
right.
You don't have to do your hair or clean your house.
That's right.
all the
They should
time.
be thin, huh?
I just go
They should
flip
be
through it. I
perfect.
was like, I'm never reading that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Burns makes me so mad.
yes, indeed. Oh. Well, we hear a lot lately about bucket lists and people making lists of things that they'd like to do before they go on to the afterlife. I'm going to talk a little bit about travel. What kind of places are on your bucket list for travel? Where would you like to go, Rachel?
Well, I'm Catholic, so I would love to go to the Vatican. I would
Okay.
love to meet the Pope. That would just be, I think that'd just be cool to meet him. And I wouldn't mind going to London and seeing all those churches and seeing the historical over there in London. My husband's like, I'll go to London. They got great golf courses.
Yeah.
So I mean, that could be something on our list because he would be interested in that. That's,
You're kind of a history buff then, too?
no, not really. I just like things that are older. Those old churches. Because that's just, they're just so pretty. You don't see it anymore. You
No,
don't
you don't.
see that workmanship anymore.
No, you don't.
So, when you go in those old homes, and me and my husband have an old house, and people come and go, look at your woodwork. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty, isn't it? Because you don't see it anymore.
No, you
so.
don't. Oh. What about you down there?
For travel,
Uh-huh.
I've never been to Alaska. I would like to go to, and I've never been to New Orleans. I mean, just some areas in North America that I really would like to go to. I have been overseas a little bit, a couple times, and traveled down to Central America, and I love that. But it's like I'm ready to see North America and explore it a little bit more.
There's a lot to see here in the States.
There is.
Yeah.
There is. It's so beautiful. Kentucky's so beautiful. So
Okay. I might add that Julie is here from Utah.
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yes, indeed. So she's been here with us now for about 2.5 months. So she's enjoying Kentucky and the change of weather and all that.
It's really going to be pretty this week.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I came in the end of July, and it was beautiful. August was beautiful, and I kept saying it's so beautiful here, and they're like, "Oh, this is not normal. This is not normal." I'm like, "Well, it's my normal now, and my expectations are high for next year."
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
You'll lower them after this winter.
She'll slide right on in. It's great, won't she?
Just like the rest.
Yes. What about you, Shona? Any place that you'd like to visit?
No, not really. I am a military spouse. My husband is retired after 24 years. We lived in Europe for a number of years. I traveled all through Europe. There's not any place that I really want to be after all that traveling. Home is good. My kids, they say, well, we never got to go to Disney World. I'm like, you were in Germany at Neuschwanstein, the castle that they patterned the castle after at Disney World.
Yeah.
You were at the real deal. You don't need to go to the replica.
That's right. You can't go in it anyway.
Right. So I'm just glad to be home. I'm just glad to be here in Kentucky, back in the United States. You never really appreciate what you have until it's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the life in some of those countries well, it's not good, not what I was used to. So I said it all the time. I'm glad to be an American, and I'm glad to be home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, amen to that.
And we're glad. Well, I'm glad everybody's here and safe here in the United States. Yes.